Hello everybody, it's me, the Naughty Professor, and it's, I don't know, day 26, 7, 5, 7, something like that, 8, I don't know, I don't think it's 28, I'm 27. Anyway, it's many days, and one of the babies is there, and the other of the babies is there, under the dining table, and Agita is in her room. She'd been out for family time earlier. But you want to come out? Your brothers are here. They want to play. Daddy's cooking. You want to come out? You want to eat your own food? Okay, it may be better if you stay in while I cook because I can't supervise, your brothers. So let me just get the thing simmering and then you can come out and play. So the news is, I suppose good. I am the 27, 6, 8, 20 whatever days, 20-something days clear. But the kind of bad news is that the cravings were extremely strong. They really kicked in on Sunday, after a couple of days after the cleaning. I mean, the cleaning was, I'm not blaming all of this, by the way. I'm not blaming the cravings entirely on the cleaning. It was a bit stressful, but I think it's also time. I mean, that last binge was a kind of a deep binge into shadow, and then there was a struggle coming back, and I was struggling, and I made it, 20 whatever days, and there was a dental surgery and recovering from that, and then the craving started to ramp up a bit, as my mouth recovered, and then the cleaning was a stressor. It wasn't the only thing, but it was just one of the triggers. So the weekend was kind of scary, but I made it, with all my pushes with the kids, and I continued. I did a little bit more organizing, and I looked at car ads, exchanged emails with my friends, and I made it. Today we had a little bit of work. They had to come to finish off tile in the bathroom, so they did that, and I got the babies into their playpen, and Agita was in her room, and today the cravings again. I mean, they were maximum last night, and they're pretty close to maximum this morning. Yeah, but so what I'm doing now is I'm cooking. I haven't cooked in a long time, but my impossible apocalyptic gobi kheema. So we're going to take out now the main ingredient, and maybe it's not substance, but it's pretty strong. I got all kinds of chilies here. I got some red ones in there. I think I'm going to make this. I'm going to make this very, very spicy. I don't think it's going to be a substitute for the white stuff that goes, up the nose. But, this stuff is pretty powerful. And maybe the cooking will help. So hopefully, we're up a photo, one day, one point to the other, one day at a time. Of course, the biggest pushes are these ones, plus the podcast, plus everything else, plus my friends. And I think I'm going to have to go car hunting again. It was so strong last night. The Akura I showed you a few weeks ago. Sold. Good cars don't, took a couple of weeks. It's a particular market. Not everybody wins a really high-end old Japanese car. But the people who want it, when they find it, they buy it, So that one is gone, and I don't know about the Cadillac. I haven't looked. I'm not really that interested in it. There might be an old Mercedes that I might go to look at. So let's see how it goes. One day in front of the other, one paw, whatever. And I'm looking forward to this. I haven't cooked in a long time. So I haven't added the impossible, the plant-based kheema yet. I'm about to do that. I've already got the gobi in there and the base for the sauce. So I've already put, there's a lot of red pepper and spices in there. And now I'm going to add that. I think I've got some red, some dried red chilies and some other. I'm going to really make it spicy, So I'll get an endorphin boost from it. Anyway, bye for now. Everybody, we've got one one baby settled on that chair, the usual one. The other baby settled on the other chair, which I had covered because I think the cleaners put some kind of treatment in that too before I stopped them. So, but it's been a few days now, so I think any product is probably dried up by now. So, and I put the blanket anyway. And the ego chair and this, I've left them this way for now. I will move them back to their original positions eventually. So we get one baby, two baby, and Agita is settled very nicely in your tent. But you know, sweetie, I'm going to leave this door open. Your brothers are nicely settled in the living room, so I'm going to leave it open. I don't think they're going to come barging. I'll keep an eye, but we'll leave it open. You can come family time if you want. You look very comfortable there. So I have been cooking, and it's almost ready. It just has to simmer. This is the Nutty Professor's, trademark signature werewolf battling apocalyptic 7 or 8 or maybe 9 chili, 9 types of peppers. 9 if you count the 8 if you count the sweet green peppers. But there's green, and I ran out. I didn't. The red peppers all got dried up. I only put a couple in, but there's all kinds of peppers in there, and cayenne, and crushed pepper, and there's all black pepper. So there's all kinds of pepper in there, 7 or 8 at least types of pepper. So this is the Nutty Professor's trademark signature apocalyptic plant-based, entirely vegetarian gobi. Kheema, green pepper, and notice how I've tried to keep the kitchen clean because, after all the trouble I went to get it clean, I don't want it to get messy, so I've been wiping as I've been going and removing stuff and, and keeping this lid on so it doesn't splatter. I just took it off to show you. So, it's I've kept it relatively clean. I'm not even going to cook rice because the rice gets messy. It boils over and then it goes there, and she's cleaned the stove, so well. I'm just going to take a shortcut and do instant rice. It's pre-cooked. Just get it at the dollar store. It's already cooked. Just heat it in the microwave for 60 seconds and it's done. So it's a lot cleaner. I think I'm going to stop cooking rice because that really makes the stove dirty. I don't want to go through another cleaning. So anyway. Bye for now. Hello, it's me, the Nutty Professor. I'm back at Salad King, and it felt so weird not having to show Waxport at the door. I'm having a 10 chili green curry shrimp because, I think the mouth is pretty much ill. But I go out for 10, not 15. And got the hot sauce. And I get a Coke, and from here I took the bus here, and from here I go to Art Gallery. I booked for 2:30. So, trying to get back into my previous, rechanneling routines, and the pull has been there on and off. I mean, yesterday it was kind of strong at times, and then it ebbed a bit. So it's been there, but I've been spending time with the kids, trying to keep the place from, getting out of hand again, because I do not want to go through that trauma of the feeding again. Had a session with my analyst via Zoom yesterday, and that's been it. And there was a bit of cravings at night, but that's it's going to happen. It's been a month. I think today is a month. So what I'm thinking of doing. We'll just do it from the 1st to the 1st. So we'll do it from, even though I think the actual binge may have been on a 2nd or a 3rd, but then there's, when did the binge start, when did the binge end, and all of that stuff. And let's just do 1st to 1st. So it's been a month. So we've done 1 month clear, and now we're starting in on the 2nd month. Anyway, I'll go to the art gallery, show you some stuff there, and then head home. And it's just day by day. And then of course, the biggest purchase of all of the kids, babies cuddled slept on the bed. I'm not sure if they actually cuddled, but they were on the bed with me. And then they came out and went some family time and his stepbrother brothers. Everything's kind of normal. Anyway, bye for now. Almost finished, and it's as good as always. 10 chili with hot sauce on the side, and they're gonna refill on the Coke. So I'm gonna finish this and head to the art gallery. Maybe get an ice cream on the way. Anyway, bye for now. 2 paws up, 2 paws, 2, 1, 2 plus, 2 paws plus up as always. Bye for now. Hello everybody, I'm here just up the road from Salad King on my way to the art gallery, which is like half a block that way. And I have stopped here before. I think when the weather was better I used to sit outside and eat, but and it's not that cold today, but now we don't need the Waxport, so, and they have stools here. So I'm having the white chocolate lemon cheesecake gelato. That is quite good. And then I'm going to head to the art gallery. Anyway, I'll show you some paintings there. Anyway, bye for now. Nutty Professor. Hello everybody, I'm here in the art gallery again. They didn't check Vaxport, so I guess, that's kind of done for restaurants as well as art galleries. So, and I had it all ready and everything on my phone, but they didn't ask, I just had to show the ticket on my phone. So anyway, and the ticket doesn't cost me anything because you have to still book a time, but it doesn't cost anything because I have the annual pass. Anyway, I'm back in the Matthew Wong gallery. I seem to start with this one. So I'll see some of my favorite paintings, including his version of Starry Night, and then look at some of the rest of the gallery. Pull has kind of been there, but it's okay. It's kind of background noise. Can just live with it for now and just keep going day by day. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, I'm back in the Robert Wool exhibition. Red is beautiful. I think I showed it briefly last time, but I might zero in on a couple of paintings this time and discuss them. Anyway, bye for now. There, you can see me in my blue coat as well. This series here is called Shaman Heals by Touching, Shaman Never Dies, Shaman Takes Away the Pain, Shaman Dream in Color. And they're all set on a kind of a silvery wall. And these are the 4 paintings that I just read out the titles of. There's a really interesting mix here of kind of indigenous themes and indigenous art and modern art. And I think I read somewhere that he was one of the first to combine those two. More paintings here. Royal Proclamations 1763, BNA Act 1867, Indian Act 1876, Constitution Act 1982, and Aboriginal Title 1989-1990. This one is called New Sentinel. Plus he has some constructivist and, modern art, here, like these ones in here. We've got Palisade 1. The other titles. This one is Untitled Palisade Color Bar, 2006. And Parfleche, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, number 20, 1983. I kind of like this one. I like all of them. I like quite a few of them, actually. I like his work. Yeah, I think this was a little blurb that I read. I think I read this last time. One of the most influential indigenous figures to break into contemporary art world. Outside of his career, he carved an independent path where Western and indigenous art meet. As a colorist who looks to the materials and insights of the oldest art traditions of this land for guidance, he quickly established himself as a new voice in modern abstraction. His work reflects the core values: immediacy, gesture, the earth, and sacred. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, I'm going to look more and then head back to catch the shuttle bus home. The cravings have still been there. They haven't completely gone, but it's okay. I'm just, just kind of ignoring them, just looking at the art. And then I'll walk to the walk in the fresh air helps. And I'll head back to the kids. Bye for now. And moving back in time, there's some prints here of Delacroix. And it was illustrations that he did for Goethe's Faust. And it's actually, they're quite good, but you know what? I'll show them on the next trip, Just give you a little thingy here, This is Mephistopheles in Disguise, 1828. Faust in his study, 1828, etc. Hello, everybody. It's me, the Nutty Professor, and I'm out for lunch. What a big surprise. Thai again, but this is a place on St. Clair that I discovered when I was doing the cat volunteering last year, and it's not too far from the adoption center, so I drop off cats, and I was looking for a Thai place, and I found this. Back then, you couldn't eat inside, so they had a patio, and that worked. But now, I'm getting used to the fact that they don't even ask you for vax passports anymore, or vax sports, But they have a lunch special here. And the thing I really like about this place, and I think I've showed it to you in a previous podcast back in the summer, is that they bring you an assortment of hot sauces. A dry one, and a sambal, and a really hot kind of, I think they're habanero peppers. They're really hot red peppers. So they're as hot as habanero. Well, they might not be habanero, but and for like $10, you get the entree. So I got green curry chicken because I had shrimp yesterday, and mango salad or soup. Well, for like $10, yeah, very, very good food, and it's not as initially spicy as you can't do the 1 to 20 scale like Salad King, but they have this. It's just as good. You can spice it up to your own taste. Okay, the news is another rough night. Even though the pushes were there, the kids were there, all of that stuff. It was really, really strong cravings. And, during the Zoom session of my analyst, he was asking, why now? Why is it increased? And I had several reasons, which I won't go into here, but there are several reasons. And I don't think that it's all, can all be blamed at the trauma of the cleaning. I mean, the trauma of the cleaning is pretty much, it's receded by now, but it was sort of a trigger. It didn't help. Let's just say the trauma didn't. Any kind of stressor when you're in this state, where, and then, time. It's been a month, and the binges were getting closer in time. After the recursion, after the first recursion, after the second, it went down to like a couple of weeks each. So time and going deeper into shadow, and all of those things come together, and then you get a trigger, and then and then things are opening up again, and the werewolf's going party, party. So all of that stuff together, several reasons. So so it was a tough night. But I made it, with difficulty. But I did stay clear. I stayed in with the kids. And I checked car ads. And today I decided I'm going to go look at cars. So there is one not too far from here. I have very low expectations for this car because it's not really the model I want to begin with. It's a 2004 Mercedes S-Class, which is the top of the line. Very expensive car when it was new, but I never really liked that particular model of S-Class. I had a C-Class of the same year, the same color, and basically the S-Class is just a bigger version of the C-Class. It's just kind of, a bloated version of the C-Class, but very, very well equipped with navigation for the time and, massaging seats and all of that. And the appeal of this one is it's supposedly 100,000 kilometers, and it's very low for the year. Number one, because it's not exactly the car that I want, but it's still a nice car. It's a good example. I mean, that model is a good example of the top-of-the-line German luxury of the time. They were not very reliable. My C-Class was 2004. It was not reliable, but I'm hardly going to be using the thing, and I've got a good mechanic in the country, so I'm not too worried about that, particularly if it's 100,000 original kilometers. And the other thing is I'm not sure if collector's car insurance will cover it. It's not on their list, so I would have to call them and go, look, I think it's, I've got one old Mercedes already, and this is an old Mercedes of a new generation, and the top of the line, and low kilometers, and I think it's, I want to add it to my collection. Will you cover it? They'd said they may accommodate because I am a collector, so we'll see. Now, all of that, and on top of that, it's not an actual dealership. It's a body shop, kind of tow truck place, and they have a license to sell 5 cars at a time. I did my research before coming to see it, and I strongly suspect that the car has been in an accident and rebuilt. That's why it's in a collision center. In spite of all of that, I'm coming just to, distraction, something to do, rechanneling. And I'm not really expecting this is going to be anything that I want to buy. But I'll have a look. I mean, you never know, and I'll find out the story of it. So, was it an accident? Is it a rebuilt title? Is it genuine 100,000 kilometers? And I would probably be able to tell by looking at it, looking at the paperwork and all of that stuff, seeing if there is any, If it's genuine 100,000 kilometers, at that price, and it's a clean title, even if it's been an accident, but not, not a rebuilt title, I might even consider it. But I don't think so. So I might go to see another car after that. So in the meanwhile, I'm just coming out, something to do, rechanneling, you know, and then on the way back, pick up some more gourmet cat food. We're going past the PetSmart, and maybe do some grocery shopping, and home. So far so good. So my friend had said, last week when I had a pull and I managed to come home from, the day trip without binging, she had said, minor victories add up. It's true, but each minor victory doesn't feel minor. It feels pretty major. Because if I had really given in, I'd probably still be out binging, or at least I'd be home, but I'd be like coming down. I wouldn't have slept. I would have spent a lot of money. I would have been in danger, and that is if I'd come back without any kind of mishap, and I'd have had to, take a cab or wait until I came down and all of that stuff, and I wouldn't have slept, and I'd be like, right now I'd be like, so it feels to me like a major, but it's still quite a battle. Every time the pull comes, I have to put all I have into battling it. So let's go see some cars, okay? The babies were as cuddly as always. Agita was, as tolerant of her brothers as she has been lately, and everything was good. So the pushes were there, the main pushes were there, and now I'm calling on the other, fairly strong push of rechanneling of going to see cars. I probably won't buy one, but it's a good rechanneling. It keeps me busy, it keeps me focused, and it's better than looking for other stuff. Anyway, bye for now.